Today's video is sponsored by Coursera. More on them later. So recently, OpenAI has released a new feature called ChatGPT Agent that a lot of people have been raving about its usefulness and helping you increase your productivity. So as usual, I wanted to provide you a practical use case as to what you can use ChatGPT agents for. And as I started playing with it myself, I had some concerns and questions about its usefulness and whether or not I would actually use it. So today in this video, I'm going to provide for you an honest review of what ChatGPT agents can or actually cannot do. Let's get started. First, I wanted to discuss what the difference is between ChatGPT's chatbot versus the new feature agent. ChatGPT's chatbot is for you to just provide it a prompt and ask questions where it can provide you an answer to your question. Whereas an agent, you would be able to instruct it to actually execute certain actions for you. For example, send out an email on your behalf to certain people. Whereas if you asked a chatbot to send you out an email, it wouldn't be able to, but maybe draft you an email so that you can copy and paste it so you can do it yourself. The agent would be able to actually send out that email on your behalf. So to access agent, you would go under tools here, and under the paid plan, whether it's Plus or Pro, you have now a new mode called agent mode. Under the agent mode, you have a certain limit as to how many tasks that you can ask agent to perform on your behalf. Under the Plus plan, you have 40 credits, so I've already used 5. And under the Pro plan, you would have 200 credits. So you would select agent mode. So send out an email from my email account or my Gmail account to this person about a reminder. And as it's thinking through, you'll see live how it's navigating through websites and some difficulties that it's running into. So here you're going to notice that they need you to log into your Gmail account so that it can send out the email from it. So I'm going to click here and log in. And my concern here is this message here where it says, this may put your data at risk. So if I click learn more, what kind of concerns do we have? But something that I've learned here was that this can put your data at privacy risk due to existence of what they call prompt injection attacks online. What it sounds like is that there are some people with malicious intent where they would put comments in particular blog posts where they would have prompts for them to instruct chatbots like ChatGPT Agent to be able to go through your email and forward or send out some private information that may exist in your inbox. I don't know about you, but I'm not willing to risk my sensitive information and privacy to get in the hands of people like that for the sake of it writing emails on my behalf. The trade-off just doesn't seem to be worth it. Now, if you're anyone like me who watch a lot of these AI instructional videos online and wonder, well, these are cool, but how can it really help me in my personal productivity or my professional career? Coursera is a great place for you to go to gain these skills for you to use them in your workplace or to enhance your personal productivity. Coursera has a wealth of knowledge and courses that you can take, whether you're a complete beginner or you have a lot of experience working with AI. Let's face it, AI isn't going anywhere and it's just getting started. It's going to completely transform how we do our work, how we create, and how we solve problems, kind of like how the internet completely transformed everything when it was introduced 20 years ago. And for those people who are able to learn those skills in their professional workplaces, we're able to gain a massive advantage. Coursera's courses are taught by industry-leading experts and are not just instructional videos, and at the end of certain courses offer you certifications as well. If you want to go beyond just casual prompting with AI and want to really dig deep into how you can use it practically in your workplace and get certified along the way, I recommend that you check out Coursera and the offerings that they have. Use the link in the description below and start with a free trial and start building those essential AI skills that you've always wanted to build. Thank you, Coursera, for sponsoring this video. One thing I love to do with my family is to travel with them. But the thing that I really hate to do is actually to plan and build itineraries and search for things to eat and things to do for the kids while we're on the trip. So I decided to try using this AI agent to be able to plan out an itinerary for a trip that I wanted to make, to come up with places to eat, book reservations possibly, and find activities for my children to be able to enjoy. I'm in the agent mode here. and I've pre-populated the prompt box to tell it where I'm going, when I'm going, and how I wanted to check the weather and find places to eat and fun things to do for my children while we're there. So what Agent will do is to scrub through the web and scrape any kind of information that is relevant. So it would find what the weather is like for the time that you're planning to travel, to look through reviews of food and restaurants that are around the area, and to search for activities for my children to do as I asked it to find. It says that it's worked for 4 minutes to complete your task. If you hover over it, it shows that it's conducted 8 searches and went through 72 sources, which is quite impressive for a 4-minute period. But if you're sitting here watching it go through 4 minutes of scrubbing through the internet like that, it's actually a lot longer than you think. And especially when there's the alternative that I'm going to show you, it's certainly a lot of time for it to complete this task. So as you can see, it has summarized the dates and the weather of what it's going to be like when I'm there, and making suggestions of where to eat or where I can eat, and where I can go for some activities for my children who are 5 and 8. Now here's where things get a little interesting. So I've typed out a prompt asking Agent to book me 2 adult tickets and 2 children's tickets to this water park. So as you can see, it's found the website that I need to go to if I were to book it myself, and it's surfing through to try and attempt to book this particular event for me. So the point where it stops is that it has registered me for a date that I didn't particularly specify, nor did it ask me to specify which day I wanted to go. It automatically booked me in for a full day pass without really asking me if I wanted to go for the full day. Once the cart is loaded, then it asks me to take over, at which point when I do click over that takeover part, again, I'm prompted with warning us that our data might be compromised, or that we may be putting our data at risk, like our credit card information, if we were to purchase through ChatGPT Agent. So again, I'm not sure if the trade-off is worth it for me to put my credit card information at risk when I could probably just go in and do the task myself. Now, the first time I tried using this, it was actually unable to complete the task from A to Z. It kept running for about 10 minutes and told me that it couldn't find any available dates, when in fact, when I went in, I was able to find the dates perfectly fine. So I want to compare on prompts or tasks like that, where I just wanted an itinerary built for a travel, between what a chatbot can do versus what the agent would be able to do for me. I copied and pasted the exact same prompt that I used the agent to ask it to build me an itinerary for my travels. But instead, this time I put it into the chatbot and see what it would produce. And as you can see, when you put it in the chatbot, it actually produces it much quicker, I would say within seconds, as opposed to the agent that took 4 minutes to be able to produce pretty much the same information. It was able to tell me what the weather was going to be like, and actually provide me the exact same information and the itinerary that the agent was able to do. So this raised the question for me, would I really use an agent to ask me to do certain things like build me an itinerary, or can I just use a chatbot that does the exact same thing, but a lot quicker? The only difference here would be that the agent would be able to execute the actual bookings of some of the activities. But as you can see, with the given risks, I would probably end up booking it myself after the information that they suggested from the chatbot was given to me. Things that I would consider using agents for are tasks that probably don't require me to provide any kind of personal information that I would want safely guarded. As a practical use case that I feel safe using it for is maybe things like asking it to provide reports or presentations through PowerPoint that I can maybe start off with and be able to edit afterwards. So as a demonstration, I'm going to ask Agent to create a PowerPoint presentation of the late Hulk Hogan, who recently passed away, and to provide pictures and a story of his life. So as you can see, the agent took 29 minutes to finish this task. So you need to keep in mind that some of these tasks are completed very slowly and will take some time. But here's the presentation slide deck that it has created. So I'm going to download that and see what it looks like. So it's created for me a 5-page slide deck on the life of Hulk Hogan. And I think it did a pretty decent job in putting together at least a framework or like a skeleton of a slide deck that I can probably use and edit. So it's created a PowerPoint that I can actually open up and edit and change whatever information and images. It's not the most high-end slide deck that I've ever seen. The fact that I can go ahead and edit any of the items and change any of the images actually makes it quite useful for me to have a starting point of the presentation and just be able to improve it on my own. So that is a use case that I think is pretty useful. So whether you're creating a report or a presentation, I think it could be quite useful to use agents when it doesn't involve personal or sensitive information that you want protected. I believe the future of AI agents is promising, and once the kinks are kind of worked out, that it could be a very powerful tool to use. At the moment, from what I've seen, at least with ChatGPT Agent, I probably wouldn't be using it on a regular basis. I'm looking to just stick to the chatbot that has a wealth of use cases for me to actually use on a regular basis to help me be more productive at work and at home. So there you have it, an honest review of what ChatGPT Agent can or cannot really do efficiently and whether or not you want to use it for your everyday work. Leave a comment below and let me know what you think about ChatGPT Agent and whether or not you would be using it for a lot more use cases than what I've showed. I want to thank you for spending your time again with me today, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.